Hey everyone, it's 2026 and it's Sel here from Seljoy back with another video for you. We have a lot to talk about this year, but first I want to let you know what's on my particular device, what apps I'm using this year to get through my production workflow. And yeah, this is not just a hobby, but these are apps that I use to get real work done, okay? So I'm going to put these into a few categories for you so that it's easy for you to remember. We've got DAWS, you've got Soft Synths, you've got audio plugins, and then we've got the drum synths. Let's start off with DAWS. No surprises here. My first recommendation is going to be Logic Pro for the iPad. And yes, it's gone through some changes, some tweaks. It's still got a few bugs here and there. And there are certainly some items on the wish list, but pound for pound, this is, for me, the best sounding DAW that's available on the iPad. There are other contenders, but for production, Logic Pro for iPad has to be my #1 recommendation right now. Secondly, we have AUM. And AUM is one of those DAWs that can do either production or it can do live performance. Because it doesn't have an arrange window, it focuses more on the sound creation itself. It focuses more on actually creating your palette and doing lots of things with MIDI triggering. But I use it mostly as a live performance app, where I can put together my layers and just go to town with creating some really great sonic palettes. The next recommendation is Camelot Pro for live performance. It's an excellent live performer that allows you to really handle your set list changes. It allows you to bring all of your soft synths together and be able to change them on the fly, send program changes to multiple MIDI devices all at once, and it is a powerful tool. You can even bring in your charts and your backing tracks right into Camelot Pro, and it is a powerful live performer that you guys need to check out. Another DAW I'm going to be exploring this year is Loopy Pro. This is a powerful arranger and a powerful creation tool that I'm looking forward to doing more exploration with this year and bringing some videos to you. All right, let's get into the soft synths. Now, whatever DAW you're using, don't forsake some of the stock plugins that are in your DAW. Like Logic Pro has amazing keys, a piano, organs, claves, auxiliary key sounds, synthesizer sounds. There's all kinds of things that are packed and loaded into Logic Pro for the iPad. So I would say don't forsake those stock plugins just to jump to something else if you can get the job done with what's in your DAW. But pick a great DAW that has great sounds. That would be my recommendation. But if you want to go outside of the box and you're looking for some excellent high quality key sounds, I have to go with Pianotech 9. Modart has done an incredible job with audio modeling, bringing you some low storage size sounds that are high quality. Audio modeling technology has no samples. It is creating the sounds right from the algorithm and engine that is within the app. And it does an outstanding job with pristine pianos, electronic pianos. You've got claves, you've got mallet instruments, you've got glocks, you've got marimbas, you've got steel pans. And now they've added the singular pack for more synthesizer sounds that are all based on audio modeling technology. So this is going to be a high pristine quality plugin that is taking up very little space on your device. And that is my #1 go-to for key sounds. My next recommendation is going to be the Gospel Musicians plugin suite. They have a whole slew of amazing sounding apps that you guys can take advantage of. Now these are Rompler apps, so they will take up storage on your device, And of course, they offer the option to store the samples onto an external SSD, like a Samsung T7 or any external SSD that you guys want to use. But the quality of sounds is there. They've sampled some of your classic 80s and 90s synths, bringing some of these vintage sounds, or these classic sounds, I should say, back to today's production suite, from EPs, pianos, strings, brass, synths, bass sounds, acoustic bass sounds. They even have a drum app called Splat to Clat that we'll talk about when we talk about our drum plugins. And so that's one of my biggest recommendations right now, Gospel Musicians Suite. If you don't want to get all of them, just get the pure synth and then add the additional libraries as you go, and you can explore all that Gospel Musicians has to offer through the Pure Synth app. Okay, let's talk about organs. We've got the Gospel organ from Gospel Musicians, which is an amazing organ plugin. It features several models, the A100, the B3, and some other adaptations on our take on the church Hammond sound. But then you've also got another contender there, and that's the IK Multimedia B3X. And that is a wonderful sounding plugin as well that you can add to your collection. So check out those two. We've got to talk about Swam Instruments. They're bringing audio modeling technology to acoustic modeled violins, strings, cellos, horns. You're talking about trumpets, trombones, and saxophones, oboes, clarinets, bassoons. They've got the whole orchestra. You have got to check out Swam Instruments. And yes, some of the plugins that I'm sharing with you do have a higher price tag, but that is what ensures the quality. You're not getting a run-of-the-mill general MIDI sounds. These are high quality sounds that could fool the ear for many people and bring some really great quality to your productions. You got to check out Pure Strings. And Pure Strings is from E Instruments, and they also have the Pure Piano and the Pure Upright. But I love the sound that Pure Strings brings to the stage as well as the studio. And I've done some really great layering between Pure Strings and the Swam Instruments, and I think it's a must-have on your device. You've got to also check out the Iconica Sketch from Steinberg. This has a full orchestra setup for you where you can take advantage of all of your violins, your violas, cellos, basses, xylophones, timpanis. The entire orchestra is within this little app and is available for the iPad as well as the iPhone. And it sounds wonderful, I have to say. Great job, Steinberg, for bringing a complete orchestra to us on a mobile device. Of course, many times I've featured on this channel the Moog Model D, and you guys will love that classic Moog sound. It's edgy, it's warm, it's bright, it has an amazing sound, and it's from Moog. So they are putting their stamp of approval on the Model D mobile app. So it's a great addition to your 2026 mobile production palette. We got to talk about the Audio Kit Pro plugins. There's a bunch of them. King of Digital FM. We got the Viral Synth, the J6, and of course the Nerd Synth, which are all emulations of some classic synthesizers that I think would be amazing for you guys to have in your palette. They're making frequent updates. They're always getting better, adding more synths to their collection. They're doing an amazing job. So shout out to Audio Kit Pro for their suite of plugins as well. I love using those. Let's talk about drum plugins. Now, it is hard to find some quality acoustic drum VSTs or AU instruments on the iOS side of things. So my first recommendation would be the drum plugins that are in your DAW, particularly if you're using a great DAW like Logic Pro for the iPad. So these stock drum sounds are pretty solid. You can tweak them and tune different parts of the kit to your liking. and also add the room ambiance you're looking for. It is really suited to the Logic environment that they literally ported over from the desktop right over to your iPad. So it's the same quality of drum sounds that you're getting on your iPad. My second recommendation would be the Gospel Musician Splat to Clat plugin. This is one of their products that really shines. It is an amazing, soulful rompler of some amazing samples and loops, and allows you to trigger those samples and create your own patterns. And sometimes I use it as a module to create my own patterns within my DAW. So it's an amazing app that you guys got to check out. It's Splat to Clat. For most of us who are gospel musicians who may be watching, you can also use it live for click tracks and live loops. So I would definitely check out Splat to Clat to add to your library for this year. The next app you got to check out is One Shot. One Shot is by Clevgrand. It's a Swedish company, and they've put out a really cool app that has some great acoustic sounding samples in there that you can tweak. Each sample is assigned to its own channel where you can tune and mix and really bring out some different aspects of the sample that you want to highlight. You can lower it, and you can also connect it up, MIDI it up to a MIDI device like a controller like this one, or some drum pads that you may have, MIDI drum pads, physical drum pads. You can connect it up and actually play live. They have percussion kits, they have drum kits, and I think the samples sound really good even for live performance. So check out One Shot. One of the plugins I'm going to be digging into this year for drums is going to be DigiSticks 2. Now, initially, this was a drum plugin just for Cubasses, but now they've opened it up as an AUV3 app to be used for any DAW. And so I'm going to be checking out DigiSticks 2, and this app actually goes deep. There are some built-in samples and the sample packs that you can use, but I actually want to see what I can do with adding my own samples in there and tweaking that and seeing how I can use that perhaps as a drum module. I'm looking for a real solution for live performance with the drums, something that I can trigger and use as a module. So these recommendations go a long way to achieving that goal. Another mention needs to be the Lumbeat Drummer Pack, or the Lumbeat Drummer suite of apps. They have the Pop Drummer, the Funk Drummer, the Soft Drummer. The Lumbeat has several apps with a similar app interface that triggers loops with all kinds of different time signatures, fills, and feels that you can use as an accompaniment drum plugin. So I spent a little bit of time with the Lumbeat apps. You want to check those out as well. They do have some MIDI functionality to use as a module, but there are some limitations with sample triggering and some machine gunning there. So I'm hoping that there are some more updates that come to the Lumbeat suite, because I do think that their samples have great quality and there's lots of potential with that app to use live as an accompaniment drummer or as a live looper as well. So check out the Lumbeat Drummer, particularly the pop ones, the Pop Drummer and the Funk Drummer. And last but not least, let's get into our audio plugins for audio effects. And I'm going to say what I said before. If you're working with a great DAW, don't forsake the stock plugins that they offer you. The EQs, the compressors, the de-essers, the limiters, the noise gates, all of those dynamic plugins that allow you to do your basic editing and some of your post-production. Some of the reverbs that Logic Pro for the iPad are amazing. The Quantec simulator is amazing. The Space Designer is a great plugin. Even the Silver Verb, that old vintage Logic plugin from years ago, still shines. You've got the EQ, the channel EQ, you've got the linear phase EQ. These are all powerful plugins. Fat FX is a great plugin as well. The compressors that are in there do an amazing job. So if you have a great DAW, don't forsake some of the great plugins that are already in there. But again, if you want to go outside the box, you got to take a look at some of the professional level grade apps from FabFilter. FabFilter has given us some amazing apps like the Pro Cues, the Pro Limiter, the Pro Reverbs, the Pro Compressors that do some amazing side chaining and left and right processing. FabFilter is just top tier. And so many people may not know that FabFilter is also available on iPad OS. So go ahead and load up these professional grade FabFilter plugins to add to your production suite. You also want to check out Unfiltered Audio and their suite of audio plugins. I've really enjoyed working with them, particularly for lo-fi stuff or for jazz stuff or for some chill hop stuff. Unfiltered Audio does an amazing job of bringing that sound to your production palette. Check them out. They're reasonably priced and also do an amazing job of adding that extra sheen to your productions. And last but not least, certainly not least, is the Gospel Musicians IFX plugin that has a rack of great sounding, warm sounding plugins to add to your production palette, whether you're using a live performer or whether you're using a production DAW like Logic. The IFX is a solid plugin. It was very well modeled. They have amps in there as well as the regular audio effects in there. So definitely check them out as well. Listen guys, there are plugins literally coming out every day, and you would be hard pressed to chase down every single new plugin. I've given you my list that have really helped to raise the level of my production and also help me in my production workflow. Find the apps that work best for you. Check out my list. Let me know what's on your list, what's on your iPad. Share your list with the community so that you can find the right set for your sound. And the most important thing we can level up this year is ourselves. Let's level up our workflow, level up our understanding, learn how to use these apps to the best of our ability so that we can churn out some great sounding music. Don't let this be a hobby. Let this be something that you actually make a living off and use these amazing tools at your disposal. I'm going to be bringing you more amazing tools this year in 2026. Let's continue to grow the community, and of course, always be sure to leave a like, a subscribe, and a share. Hit that notification bell so that you get notification when I've got new recommendations coming out to you. We want to certainly see you active in the comment section as well. Well, thanks for watching today. Tune into the next one. I got something special for you. Take care.